Hi. In this video, we're going to talk about the FinShiksha Analyst Program. This is our flagship course that covers the comprehensive understanding of valuation. We'll also try and talk about what is unique in this program and who should do this program, what is to be expected from this, and what's the objective behind which somebody would come and kind of work on this program. So what is the program essentially about? This is one of the most comprehensive programs that we have created around the area of valuation. A lot of the times valuation is considered to be, something like just financial modeling or building a model in Excel or looking at a company's financial numbers. But we have covered all the aspects of valuation that go into thinking like an analyst, right? So we'll cover all the major areas, starting right from the macro environment, looking at the industry, what numbers go in the industry, what numbers the industry kind of gives, what kind of company analysis happens, how do you go about doing financial statement analysis of the company, building into the valuation model, and of course will include financial modeling as well. The objective is not just to create an Excel model. Excel model ban jata hai, it's not very difficult. Eventually, while it is relevant, you build two models, the third one automatically starts coming along. The key element, however, is what do you put as numbers in that model, right? What do you put as inputs into that model is what is the key to a good valuation. And that's where thinking like an analyst becomes a key element of the program. So that's what we try to focus on and understand and look at a lot of perspectives around how do you go about evaluating a company, not just putting numbers for the sake of it, not just projecting numbers for the sake of it, but every number that goes in, there's a thought process behind. ये number कहाँ से आ रहा है, क्यों आ रहा है, why is this number coming here, how do I kind of go and refine this number a little bit more, right? What is in it for you? If you go through this program, by the end of the program, if you finish all the tasks that are given to you, you will have an end-to-end understanding of valuation, companies, how do you analyze them and think like an analyst. You will be analyzing annual reports and earning transcripts, and you would be defending your research with data. So if tomorrow you face an interview, then you should have the understanding to talk about a company for 10 minutes without, just giving subjective opinions, but more objective data-driven opinions about the company. You will understand the practical aspects of applying the concepts as required by the industry. We read about a lot of concepts in textbooks, but the industry applies it in different ways. So we'll try and understand what is the gap between what we have read in books or courses and what we will basically go and apply in the industry. The program aims to help you create a thought process. As I said, I keep repeating this again and again, that it is not just building an Excel model, because that honestly is available on YouTube. What you want to kind of go and build into the understanding is how do you go and create a thought process or a framework. Today you will work on one company. Tomorrow somebody else might give you another company. If you have the process around how do you go about evaluating like an analyst, then you will be able to build a model on that, right? And build conceptual understanding along, while applying it with live cases, assignments. So not just Porter's 5 forces from the theory point of view, but if you apply it in real life, then how can you quantify the numbers? Can you see it play out in certain industries, right? Not just return on equity or DuPont analysis from a theoretical perspective, but when you look at it across industries, what does it mean, right? How does competitive intensity affect pricing in sectors? So we will try and understand and dig deeper into a lot of sectors, a lot of companies, and understand how do you kind of evaluate those segments. How do we do it? How does the program pan out? So this is a cohort program. It runs over 10 weeks. It's an online program. There are 6 to 7 live sessions on weekends. These are 2 to 2.5 hours in duration, typically on Saturdays, sometimes on Sunday mornings, depending on what the availability of everybody is. In these sessions, we cover concepts, cases, and queries. In addition to that, there are 35 hours of video content that is given to you across a bunch of our courses. So 3 of our core courses: Applied Financial Statement Analysis, AFSA, Equity Valuation, and Investment Banking. In the program, from beginning to end, if you finish all the assignments and tasks that are given to you, you will be working on valuation modeling of 4 different companies, including a couple of them in projects. So 2 of these are done in classes in these live sessions. And the other 2 basically will be projects that will be given to you, which you will work on. We will guide you, of course, on it, but you will pick up companies from the listed space in India and you'll work on building a model on that. So by the time you finish it, 2 of them you would have worked on with us, 2 of them you would have built on your own. So you'll have a very comprehensive understanding of 4 different companies in the Indian markets, building a model on that. Of course, there's going to be continuous mentorship. There are going to be module level assessments. So when you go through multiple modules, there are going to be quick reinforcement assessments that are going to happen there. Practical applications to case studies and projects. There'll be a bunch of assignments and a couple of projects that we are talking about where you kind of will go and apply everything. And there's a WhatsApp group that is created for the cohort where every week there are multiple discussions that happen on what's happening in the markets to help you link theory to practice or concepts to practice and how markets are working and how can you derive data out of it, right? That also acts as a place where discussions happen and peer learning happens because the group then starts interacting with each other as well. The certification process will be based on a bunch of activities. So if you do everything, then no single activity is going to define how you get certified. Assignments will have 20% weightage. There are module level assessments, which will be objective type, assessments that will happen. That will have some weightage. 2 projects that you build have 20% weightage each. And there's a final test, which includes subjective questions as well. Again, remember the idea being, can you think like an analyst? We don't want you to write like 5,000 words on something, but can you analyze and put all the perspectives about some problem statement that you're looking at? That's what you're covering, right? So that's the certification process that comes up. Who's the faculty? I'll be your faculty. I have close to about 20 years of experience in financial services. I have done an MBA and engineering before that. During the course of running FinShiksha, I have done my CFA as well. I have been exposed to equity research, fund management, financial modeling, financial statement analysis during my career. And now in FinShiksha, in our B2B vertical, we train across a bunch of organizations in the capital market space and investment banking space. Predominantly companies like JP Morgan, Avendus, So3, Spark Capital, Equirus, etc., where we have done a bunch of our programs and we continue to do that, right? So one of the things that is unique about this program is a lot of the feedback or a lot of the content development is based on what feedback we've received in some of these trainings that we've done in these organizations, because this is what they want their employees to be trained on. So that's what we have kind of brought about and put up in this course. And how can you kind of benefit out of this course is the core fundamental belief that we carry here, right? What is different in this course? क्या अलग है? बहुत सारे courses available on the internet. There are dime a dozen courses that are available, and all of them are great, right? See, I come from the education background, so I always tend to believe that doing a course is better than not doing a course. Any course for that matter, because every course will add some non-negative value to your overall understanding of the concepts. What we try to differentiate in this course is, one, it's an extremely practical course. I mean, 95% of the times, if not all the times, we will be talking about practical applications. We assume concepts are available. You would have learned them in your education. They are available online. So I don't need to teach you what is ROE. That you can go and find out, right? If you need help, we have content around that as well. But the assumption is that some of the base level conceptual understanding you are coming in with, we are building on that with live examples and reinforcing that with practical examples, right? 4 financial models on different companies. The idea is hands-on understanding of companies. You build these models. 2 of them we build and you work along with us. 2 of them you build and we guide you on that. So effectively, by the time it ends, you should have a very strong understanding on end-to-end approach about how do you go about building a model right from a blank Excel file all the way up to the final project thesis that you're kind of giving out, right? The content, as I said, has been designed with the feedback from our trainings from some of the top corporate in the equity research and investment banking domain. We train their teams, we get inputs from them into what are they looking for in candidates, and that's what we have tried to kind of incorporate here in our programs. The endeavor is to help you or make you build a thought process like a seasoned analyst. So tomorrow, if somebody says, can you value ITC? You should have a framework on how do you go about looking at ITC. If somebody says you should build a model on Airtel, you should have a framework on how do you go about evaluating Airtel, right? And remember, if you think like an analyst, if you understand the business, the model will tell the story of the business. The 2 models cannot be the same. So our idea is to help you replicate your understanding of the business and sector onto that model. You are the analyst. The model is the tool to help you. It's not the other way around. And that's what we try to reinforce in this program. The objective is to ensure that if you pick up a company, you analyze a company, you can speak about it 10 minutes without stopping, with a lot of data, with your opinions backed by that data. You can defend your thesis in an interview with a lot of understanding of what the business is. That's the objective. That is why we have kind of created this program, right? So what's the next step? You can go on our website. The link to the application is available in the description. Please go and click on that. You can apply from there. All the details are also available there. So please take a look at those as well and try and understand what is there in the program. Who should do this? Anybody who's trying to build a career in equity research, financial analysis, investment banking, has an understanding of some of the concepts, but wants to build a deeper understanding on how the practical applications work. You will find this program very useful. Who should not do this? If you are looking for a shortcut in terms of a ready template that is available that you can use and go and build models on, that's not the idea. If you're looking at this as a shortcut to say that I do this program, I'll get a job out of it, that is not the idea. The job is an outcome. Our objective is to prepare you for those interviews. The program aims to prepare you for a core role in finance, right? The equity valuation, the investment banking roles. Preparation for that role is the objective of the program. That's what our endeavor would be. So that's about it. Please go and check out on the website. If you have any queries, please feel free to reach out to us. More than happy to help. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments box and I will be happy to answer them, right? Look forward to seeing you there in the course. Thank you.